Hello, everybody. How's it going, everyone? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. As you all come in, joining us live, kindly like and definitely share the live tonight. Hello, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining us live again. And tonight, you all, I'm looking forward to us having a great show, having a great interaction. I'll also leave the stage to do a question and answer. So anyone who have a question for Miss Eunice and would like to get an answer directly from her, tonight Miss Eunice is back with us on the show. And we want to welcome you back again, Miss Eunice. How's it going?
I'm good, and I'm glad to be back. I'm excited. There were some questions that I know people asked in the comments, and that I'm probably sure had questions later on once they watch the video. And I'm here to answer. I'm glad to be back, and I'm looking forward to speaking with everyone. But I'm good on this end. It's doing pretty well over here. Everything is opening back up in France, and we're doing well over here.
So from the first live we did, I noticed that there was some questions I actually forgot to ask. And there was some things that you wanted to elaborate on that I did not let you elaborate on. So everyone, as you come in, and I thank each and every one of y'all coming in, please give the video a like and kindly share the video you all with others. I want How old are you, Miss
I'm
Eunice?
36.
36.
Yes.
Okay, tonight the title of the show is you know, when you leave, why should you come back? Okay? Can you leave and when you do, why should you turn back and come back? I want you to just elaborate some on the title.
Um, my opinion on if you leave Haiti and can you go back, why should you go back? Is yes, you can go back. Why you should go back is because even when there's a level of poverty, a uh, um, the situation that's going on in the country, a lot of the things are going on in other countries also. But in Haiti, you have a form of freedom when it comes to certain things, as far as if you were to purchase land or purchase a home, if you have gardens, things like that. Go back. Don't be a statistic to where people leave. You're one of those people that leave and don't come back because of what you heard. Since you've lived there, if you were able to live there and um, acquire land, once you leave, try to acquire some land, try to acquire some kind of leverage for yourself and for your family. You never know when you'll have to pick up and leave wherever you are. You may be in the United States, you may be in Europe, you may be in another country. If you notice, a lot of other nationalities are leaving these developed countries and going to third world countries. For them it's peaceful in comparison of what's going on in the States, and in comparison of what's going on throughout the world. For them to go to another country, to go to an island, for them it's peace. So don't let these other nations come in our country and settle in. We need to go back to our home. You need to go back home. So for me, invest in your country, invest in Haiti. Don't leave and invest in another country and never look back. Leave, take advantage of a developed country and go back. That's my opinion on why why if you leave Haiti, when you can leave Haiti, to return to return home, build your foundation there. Let's keep it going so that in the future you could be part of the reason why Haiti has leveled up. Don't just leave and bye. I'm gone. It's over. I done left. So that's my opinion on why you should uh, go back to Haiti if you're able to leave the country. Bonjour, the Gospel 411. I'm glad to be back. Thank you.
That's right. So the Gospel 411 says, Bonjour, you. So glad you're back with us sharing your story. And thank everybody too that is on the live, you all. If anybody have a question and definitely would like to ask her, please you all share it and ask. Hello, my brother, Mr. Phelps. Mr. Phelps, thank you so very much for joining us on the live tonight. Malulu Jean, hi Marie and family of life in Haiti. How's it going? We got Stallion says, tell the French president to start sending back to Haiti instead of chasing his cougar wives. Oh, yeah, that could be difficult. So my sister, one of the things um I wanted to, kind of have a conversation on is a lot of that's going on in our country at this time. Okay. At this time, the level of security have hiked up. And you have many of us that are pushing for a change in Haiti and pushing for more and more people to come into our country to continue to lift the face of our country up. You, as one that came into the country that probably would have never came into Haiti had certain things not happen to you, what is your advice for people that wants to travel and come back into Haiti?
I think at this time, because of the level of security in Haiti, I advise people who have people there that will secure their ride. When you're at the airport, you got to have somebody there, you know. For me, it's no Uber in Haiti. It's no, hey, I'm in Haiti. I'm just going to get a ride from anybody. That's why everybody's situation is different. Some people can go back easily. And okay, my family's going to be there to come pick me up immediately. We're not making any stops. We're going straight from the airport to here, you know. So everybody's situation is different as far as going back. Make sure that you are secure. Make sure that where you're going is not in the zones and areas where uh, most of the thing is going on, because it's not the whole every the security is everywhere, but there's a certain zone in Haiti, especially the capital, Port-au-Prince, where all this is going on. So as long as your ride is secure, where you're going is secure, uh, and listen and take everything by ear. I have family that tells me everything that's going on. They will literally tell me it's not safe, don't come. If somebody in Haiti tells you it's not safe, don't come, don't come. When I was in Haiti in 2019, we got blocked certain times. 2018, we got blocked certain times where we couldn't travel from region to region. So mind you, someone coming in from another country, you have to be careful. You listen, you listen for advice from people that are actually there, and secure everything before you get there, whether it be a hotel, whether it be a Airbnb. Believe it or not, Haiti has Airbnb, or whether it be a family home. Everything has to be prepared and secure there, and you got to have at least that one person that you trust with your safety. So you just have to prepare accordingly. And I compare this a lot to tourism. People that's going to other countries, Jamaica, Colombia, Trinidad, things like that. They have the same issues, but it's just not talked about as much in the media, which is why people visit those places even as tourists. People who know nothing about those places, they just go visit. So you have to look at Haiti
So
in that
I
same
will
light.
I will interject a little bit, sis. So I'm gonna interject just a little bit.
Hmm.
Okay, I want to interject just a little bit because I get frustrated too, sis. What you're saying is great, but I get frustrated with a lot of the things that our own people do to each other.
Yes,
But do you believe the media and the attention that Haiti gets is because we are a black nation? Do you believe that that's what it is, and it is our history that
I think
keeps
so.
them pushing and promoting for us not to be the forefront of our people of color?
I think so. They, at the end of the day, Haiti needs the tourism. For some reason,
Hmm.
in the spotlight,
Okay, it's
they don't want to give
Supreme.
Haiti.
Sincere Supreme says it's hard to come back. I have been trying to go. She says it's hard. Hmm.
Can you hear me? Okay, the video's on pause. I don't know on whose end, but I hope you guys can hear me. Somebody can kind of give like a thumbs
We got
up
a
or
small delay.
yeah,
But
a
you
yes
can
that
speak.
you
You
hear
can
us
speak,
well.
sis.
Okay, so the
You
thing
can
is,
speak.
Haiti needs the tourism. You don't see commercials where they're like, come to Haiti, visit Haiti, and they show the beautiful parts, the nice islands, the nice mini islands that are out there. They don't show that on commercials, but you're gonna see visit here and visit there. You know, the thing is, you it is to me, it is because we're a black nation. It is because we were one of the first independent black nations. They just don't want to see you. They don't want to see Haiti come up. They don't want to see Haiti come up. At the end of the day, no matter what kind of light people shed on Haiti, whether it's a celebrity, whether it's people like us, they only paint the negative things of Haiti. So it's people like us who have been on the soil that could really encourage someone. You can come to Haiti. You can go to Haiti, especially if it's somebody who's lived there, who has family there. You just have to not be, you have to not look at what society paints about Haiti. You can't look at what the news paints about Haiti. You can't look at what a person who has suffered in Haiti and then leave and then be like, I'll never go back. Sometimes it be our own people bashing that country, that'll make people be like, oh, I had such and such stay there. And they're like, when you get to the airport, they're going to take your passport at the airport. They're going to kidnap you. If you live like that, you'll never set foot there, which is my
I would
deportation is
say
what
this.
got me there.
Hmm. I'm gonna say this. A lot of the kidnappings and stuff that's going on in our country, okay? And when I express myself, never attach it to anything political because I'm not political and do not want a political office. That would never change. I'm for the people. That is a rich man game in Haiti, okay? A lot of the times you have people that do imitate that game. But for the most part, it is a game that is beyond the average person in Haiti. As I watch some of the things which is happening in our country, what breaks my heart, what makes me speak out about it, is that it is in neighborhoods with women, children, elders. And not all men in Haiti are bad men. You have great working men, men that work hard every day to do whatever they have to do to take care of their families. And they've been bombarded by some of these people. Okay. The thing is, yes, some of this stuff does happen because it has hit close home. Keep in mind, a few weeks ago, I shared with you all about a cousin in my family that came up missing. Until today, we have not found him. But I watch the news, and in the States, you see massacre, you see this, you see that. So we know that things will happen wherever you at in the world. So you have to always take a level of precaution. But keep in mind, you all, for the most part, a lot of that big stuff, okay, the brutal stuff that's happening in Haiti, it's a rich man game. And the thing is, it's sad because when God bless you to have an abundant amount of money, funds, whatever, I believe you should be careful how you use it. You know, don't use it to mistreat people, but that's a whole nother subject. I want to ask you, sis, what are some things that people mislead others about in our country? Because above all, our number one problem, sel problem pou tout moun mwen yo tou, nou poko ba moun yo yon ti kreol, e moun pale kreol we, eskize m, koman nou ye aswe? What are some things, okay, that other people say about Haiti which is misleading? Because put aside all of the foolery, we have a great country. Like, there's not much not to love about Haiti,
Mm-hmm.
but that. So, what's some things you think that's misleading? And can you give us a compare and contrast?
Misleading to me personally is the number one thing is the magic, the voodoo. That's like one of the major, that was one of my biggest fears actually coming into Haiti was the magic. Uh, it's not all what people think, outsiders. Us Haitians personally, we know the stories behind it, behind, you know, black magic. Another thing is just the crime, just the thing that if you come, they gonna kill you. You basically, if you go to Haiti, you gonna die. That's one of the biggest things that they tell everybody. You go to Haiti, you're gonna die. Huh? You go to Haiti, you're gonna get lost. You go to Haiti, you're gonna get kidnapped. That is like the worst thing that they have put out there about Haiti, about Haitians, that we're just evil and dirty and degenerates. That is bad. The picture they paint about that place, it really is, and it's not that. It's not that. Aside all what I heard, I actually had very nice times there. I had very good times there. I ate good. People eat trees, really. People eat boy. Like they kill me with that when I hear stuff like that. It just is, and it makes me laugh because I'm like, if only they knew. They step in Haiti, that'd probably be the best food they ever ate in their life. So those are the main things that I heard that just used to have me like, these people are crazy. These people are really crazy the way they think about Haiti. And this person is right.
You know,
More.
I have a friend, because most of my friends are from the U.S. You know, most of my friends are from the U.S. And one of the things that gets me is that they always think because you're Haitian that you're dirty, or like it don't make, like, have you been to some of the homes in Haiti? Have
Yeah.
you actually got to get away from that part and actually see how people in Haiti live, because you do have a portion of the country that is living very well. Let me ask you, what do you think needs to happen, in your opinion, my sister, for us to see a change in Haiti? And before you think about that, okay, what do you think needs to happen for us to see a change in Haiti? Why? I do believe that our opinion matters because we're Haitians, but we're not. We're living in Haiti today, yet we weren't raised in Haiti. So we're accustomed to something different. So it's kind of like they tell you, somebody else can tell you your house sometime outside looking in better than you can. Ponder on that as I interact with the crowd a little bit. More Fortune says, no one going to fix Haiti but us Haitians. It's our responsibility. I want to thank Mr. Silverado and Stallion. Together combined, you all carried 15 people. 15 people. Thank you so, so much. God bless you all for your continuous love and support of life in Haiti. My brother Forgotten King in the house. How's it going, Forgotten King? Says hello, Marie, and everyone in the Life in Haiti family. The Gospel 411. Prudence and wise decision is key too. Very true. And I know up here, Sincere Supreme says, yes, we have some skills and resource we acquire from the West, but Haiti make it hard to invest or do business. That is one of the reasons why I encourage you all to make certain things go viral. I do believe that we can make a change if we make our voice heard with certain things that's going on about Haiti. Forget the talks about the dictatorship, forget the talks about this and that. This country needs some structure. And in order for us to do that, we need overseers. We don't need to give people positions and just let them do it. They need bosses that micromanage. I don't care what your position is. You got somebody over you that have no interest within this entity to come in and check some stuff that is going on. That is what we need for them to understand that certain positions is for the people and is you were voted in by the people. You don't come in and do whatever you want to do. I wholeheartedly believe that Haiti will be better. I do not want to think that Haiti will not be better. That's not, that never crosses my mind because we are God's people. Stallion says, blame the French campaign. There is not one country I know of in the world where the French colonized and left the country in a better place. There as a whole want to be leaders.
It's true.
Says, how safe is Cap Haitian? I was planning going in July. I was planning on buying my ticket. And one of the things I want to share with you, bled di nou tout, okay? Mwen yo kap gade nou. Le ou pral Haiti, okay? Fè si ke ou va di tout moun a fè.
I'm
One of
telling
the
you.
things y'all don't want to do, because I always want to be real, okay? I don't want to mislead people about my country, yet I just want to keep it real, okay? I'm just one of those YouTubers. I don't want to push negativity about my country, but I want to tell the truth about my country. As you plan your trip into coming into Haiti, do not go and spread that with everybody. That is not everybody's business, okay? So
And
I'm
that's not
pulling you
safe.
up, Sincere. Coming into Haiti, now that is one move that's unsafe for you. So when you plan on it, try and keep that as private as possible. You want to be able to track your steps and figure out what happened to you and who could have done it. If you tell everybody, then you never know who the enemy is or
Yeah.
where that enemy is coming from. Okay, you start questioning everybody. Well, cut that shit all the way down. What you do is, if you're being picked up by Marie, you talk to Marie from July all the way to October. So you know that no one else knows you're traveling into Haiti but Marie. So when something happens that just don't seem right, Marie needs to have an explanation to your family. Okay? So
Exactly.
that is one thing you all want to be safe about too coming into Haiti. Hold on a second, everybody. My sister, we have a lot of questions tonight. Hold on a second. I see Mama Cinda. Welcome everybody to the live. So tonight I may not be able to get everybody as much as I usually do. Y'all know that I love you all. This is not an audience where you have to do certain things for me to put you on stage. If you came in, always show you love and let you know how special you are. So just for tonight, I may not get everybody, but my sister, I want you to answer that question. What are some things you think needs to happen in Haiti for us to get a change?
Okay. One of my biggest things that I actually didn't know about the situation with the power until I got to Haiti. Si Haiti te gen courant 24/24, moun yo ap chita la kayo. What? Yo pa gen rien pou yo fe. Peyi a pa bay moun yo rien pou yo fe. Yo chita la kayo, y ap kalkule seulement. En pile fois, c'est ça qui fait moun yo méchant tout. Power, electricity, and aid. If they had any kind of aid and electricity, de bagay sa yo, ap fe moun yo gérer affaire yo pi bien. Yap chita la kayo. I used to be so happy when I had internet and my phone was on full. That was like a treasure to me. That was like gold. But tout bagay nou fe, for nou veye, yo, piti, everything they give us is here's a little bit. Here's a little piece. Moun pa ka viv kon sa. That's what makes them mad. Those are two of the biggest things. If they had power and if people knew that they could eat 2 meals a day, minimum. Yo deja pa vle bay anye. Everything's expensive pour rien. Tout bagay cher. Pays a déjà pauvre déjà. Moun pa ka manger. Moun ap fait petit. It's not like people stop having children because they're in a poor country. So those are the biggest issues there. The power and the help. Aide financière. Give them people something to sit at home. Okay, my child's gonna eat tonight. Map ka rele maman aswaya. Map ka gade un ti television. Map ka pousse ventilateur. Those simple things, some of the simplest things can calm a snake. The simplest shit can calm somebody down. So those was my biggest issues. And I believe that can cause such a major change. Pour que ça on pense moun yo toujours content les autant de un président ou bien a famous person say not met courant 24/24 Haiti. People look forward to that. And depuis kounya nou pa ka jwenn ça. So that's one of the biggest things Haiti needs is power and aide financière. That's the biggest thing that can cause such a major impact in the life of Haiti.
I agree with you on that. Those are bare necessities, my sister, bare necessities in today's day and age. So many kids would be so advanced in what they have learned if they had access to electricity. One of the things that I highly dislike about things in Haiti is that they make it even having water, simple things like that we need. C'est
They
un
make it
son gros
hard.
cadeau pour moun gen d'eau.
Hmm.
Et, et pour nous changer tout, un pile moun qui te en dehors, pour n'y a yo pas gen rivière qui pourrait la caille, yo pas gen d'eau qui pourrait. Pour moun nan marcher un pile temps, y'all, a lot of people in Port-au-Prince left the countryside, which has made Port-au-Prince a pretty overcrowded place. And it's sad to see people walking far in certain neighborhoods, okay, to get water. Now, many of you all may not get to experience this when you come into Haiti because you're not going to come into Haiti and go into those neighborhoods. But let's not forget, and I will say this every day, there are millions of people living in those neighborhoods that are watching and hearing about how you live, how I live, how she live, how he live. And in their mind, they're going to look at it like we're just misusing them because for the most part, where are their tax money going? Because everyone in Haiti is held accountable to pay taxes. Everyone. Naji says Haiti used to have tourism until you guys. So I want to tell you all to please keep it somewhat clean, okay? Keep it somewhat clean. Let's not, be just cussing for whatever reason. Let's keep it clean. Kay Miller say the government needs to promote Haitian commercials in order to do so, they'll have to spend money. That's right. Money that needs to not be misused because it needs to go to the right place. But one of the things, my sister, people don't talk about, that people don't want to say, is that the Haitian people are resistant to change. That's the
Yeah.
number one thing. Okay, being a YouTuber and wanting to dedicate my life into social work, okay, it's so difficult to teach a lot of our people something different. It's difficult to tell them that what they've been doing is different. In order for this country to change the minds of the people in Haiti. Mkonim gen an pil Haitien ki suiv mwen Haiti. Si pou peyi a chanje, se pou nou chanje jan nou panse. Paske si ke ou panse menm jan, e ou vle fon bagay diferent, ou ta remen un bagay diferent, li pap karete menm jan. That is a big problem I have. Because young men in Haiti have to be willing to deny somebody that's willing to offer them $3, okay, to go out there and do anything. First off, for this country to change, we must value money greatly, yet we have to find a way to do money management. People can't just get money, and you get some Haitian guys that gets me. They want money, but as soon as they get the money, they're not doing nothing with it. They'll work
Ouais. Ouais, c'est vrai.
They will sleep around. They're not, and then you do have the 10% that learn if they had access to electricity could be well off, okay? If they were able to pay for school could be way more advanced because when they get their money, they money manage it and they do something. And then what happens is those people back there still thinking the same. Then that young man or that young woman comes across all sorts of jealousy and hate. How do
Yeah.
we change that? How do we change that? What are some things you think needs to be promoted to our people for them to start thinking differently? Because that has to be done in order to get Haiti up and moving. When we get a different leader, okay, he may not make decisions that normal Haitians are used to every day in Haiti. You
Mm-hmm.
gotta know and you gotta be willing to accept that some things are going to change in our country. How
Right.
do you embrace that? How do you
They
embrace that change? What type of commercial do we do for the people to get them to understand that we are still living in 1960 in our country and it is 2021?
right. They need to promote wealth. At the end of the day, they need to promote wealth in Haiti. Haiti is a naturally resourceful country. It's a naturally resourceful country. They need to promote wealth. They're supposed to build more Airbnbs, more tourism spots. They're supposed to build jobs to where a female don't have to sleep with the boss to get the job. A man don't got to do some weird crap to get the job. They need to promote wealth in that country. Schools, they need to build more schools where schools are free. Public schools. So in other words, a child can grow up all the way to 18 and not read if her father couldn't afford school. They need to promote wealth in that country. I've never seen a Haiti commercial in my life, ever, in my life, ever. I'm trying to think. No, never. I've never seen a come to Haiti commercial. So not only is Haiti not promoting Haiti, people that leave Haiti is not promoting Haiti. People that leave Haiti as soon as they step foot out of Haiti is straight up Kwa Haiti. Don't go there. Don't pay attention. Don't do anything. You have to promote health in that country. Sorry, not health, wealth in that country and safety. They promote only the negative, period. You will not hear a good thing about Haiti at all. On down to the president. Even the president talks, he doesn't promote Haiti, So you have to promote wealth in this country. The government, the people are 100% responsible for what's going on now. Because when they have tried to change Haiti.
But we're here to change that. We're here to change that.
When they've tried to change Haiti, it's like Haiti didn't want it. You gotta want it. Why don't you want it? Why Haiti don't want it? Are they scared of change too? They scared of a good leader? They're scared of good leadership? It's like they don't want it. They complain about it, but they don't want it. So it baffles me, and it's gonna take people like us. It's gonna take us to change, to bring any change, especially because at the end of the day, we're gonna need some kind of help from outsiders. We're gonna need it. We can't avoid it. We're gonna need some kind of outside help, and they just have to. They got to get it together. Somebody just gotta. When you think about all these other things that's going on, these other places have had natural disasters. Look how they've rebuilt themselves from outside help. Why we couldn't get that? And we had all that money coming in. So you have to put your foot down and just do it.
But when you look at Haiti, when you look at Haiti, my sister, when you look at Haiti, okay, hold on 1 second, my sister. When you look at Haiti with the natural disaster which took place in Haiti, all of the aid Haiti received, Haiti, I just believed that would have been a brand new country. Remind you, I love building. Building is what I love doing. I love managing projects which involves building. Now imagine the millions that we got in assistance. See, this is why I say the minds of the people have to change. See, you got to start. See, one of the reasons why we love running to America, let's just keep it real. Them white folks love their country. Right. They all about making themselves great. And all decisions they make, whether if it's against us, the Mexicans, whoever, is to benefit them. They're going to take from you to add to them. They're never going to take away from themselves for you. No.
Yeah,
Haitians,
that's
we
true.
don't know how to do that. For us to love on our country, for us to use the funds which we have to make, look at DR right next door to us. It takes
I was thinking
officials.
that.
Everyone should be looking at themselves in the mirror. Everybody should look at themselves to say what did we do with that money? There was millions in funds that came into Haiti. Millions. Haiti
Millions.
should have been a rebuilt, a beautiful country. Today, many young men that are in the streets don't know how to read, don't know how to do this, should not be having those same issues. They should be strong, thriving young men with a visa, passport in their hand, able to visit and actually explore. But they were still living comfortable in their own country. My brother
Right.
Jeremiah Charles says, believe it or not, the government is not responsible for everything that is going on in Haiti. I stand with you on that, my brothers. I believe that. You all kindly give the video, the live, a like. If you have yet to share the live, kindly share the live with more people, you all. Let's get 100 people up on the live as we discuss Haiti tonight and what it'll take to rebuild Haiti. St. Louis, James St. Louis says, I'm coming to Haiti in August to see my family. Okay, and as we were live, I also received a text telling me to say what I said in Creole. Mwen fek di nou, James, mpa konen sou te tende. Si ke ou pal vi na Haiti, li bon oui, nou vle pou vi na Haiti. Men pou tèt, sa ka pase nan peyi a, nou vle ou fè prekosyon. Pi ga mache di tout moun wap antre nan peyi a. Kompren ke an pil moun viktim nan peyi a, panan nou vle pou moun antre nan peyi a.
Right.
Ou pa pi bon ke moun nan. Gen bon moun ki perdi la vi yo. Se sa te fè wè jodi a mate kou piye m tombe a terre se l'eglise m chita. Paske m konen semen sa an pil moun te perdi la vi yo. Men bon Dieu te kembe m toujou. I'm no better than them. M pa pi bon ke yo, non? Nou tout se pitit bon Dieu. Fè prekosyon. Moun nan di m pou m di lan kreol men ap dil. E nap antre nan peyi a. Pap mache di tout moun ke nap antre nan peyi a. Gen yon ti bagay prive pou tèt pa, ok? A
Oui,
di
oui.
tout moun. Même content que li nan plan pour vin wè pays a fè. Bel bagay. Sister to sister, the capital city of a country is not supposed to be dirty and chaotic. The airport is the first step to tourism. That is a fact. That's a fact. hmm Sincere Supreme, I have been in African countries without knowing anyone and enjoy it. I also been to Jamaica 2 times without knowing anyone and moved around there safely. And you should be able to do that too, okay, in
Right.
Haiti. But
Exactly.
because we want to tell you the truth on some things that have been going on in the country, we advise you not to. Why I advise you not to? I have children, parents, siblings that are in the US. Would I want them to enter a country and like would I advise them to come into Haiti? And remind you, my children, I have family members who also watch me too. Would I give them that same advice? The advice that I give you all is the same advice that I give my parents, mom and dad, children. I never want to mislead you all. There will be a point that Haiti can be standing strong at like this. But for today, you all, let's all put in a hand and assisting ourselves to see security,
That's true.
put in place in our country. Ain't nothing wrong with that's who used to call James.
Well, Can you hear me? Uh,
Mm, didn't get stepping into the airport of Port-au-Prince is like stepping into chaos. Miss Judith Surprise, you've carried 40 people, 40 people, my sister. Thank you so, so very much. God bless you. Thank you so much.
um, while she's connecting, hold on. Hello. Okay. Well, while she's trying to connect back on the live, let me see if I can see some questions. Yeah, I really love Haiti, and I really would hope that they just do different things with that place. You know, what's I went to DR. I actually just did the layover there, and I was like, man, this is Haiti. This is right next to Haiti. You see such a big difference in a country that's by car 6 to 8 hours away from Haiti. You know, because they want the tourism. They love their country and they're taking care of their country. Of course, there's going to be some bad spots over there, but you know, it is what it is. Haiti is just painted in a bad light, and it's because of Haitians. From a biblical point of view, my point of view anyway, Haiti suffers because one of the nations, we're one of the tribes that was cursed, you know. So it's up to us whether you believe in voodoo, God, black magic, whatever. It's up to you to know your history to understand the depths of what's going on in Haiti, you know. So I 100% stand for Haiti coming up and people visiting Haiti. Yes, you're telling the truth. They will cut you off. When you start speaking the truth, they will cut you off. This is yours truly, PL, that said this. Not a fact. Voodoo was named Voodoo by the folks that were mad at Haiti's independence. En tout cas, moi Haiti en pile, and I hope that I pray that this curse is lifted from us. At the end of the day, it's a curse. It is a curse. Uh, Hold on a second. I really think she's trying to log back on. So you guys continue to share and like the video and ask questions. Thank you, Growth Spurt. Yes, Haiti need to clean up bad. If they could just go in that country, how they clean up those other places, when stuff be going on in these other countries, in these not just countries, states. When there's a natural disaster in these other states, you're gonna catch a million billion volunteers that's gonna go there and clean up and give people food and stuff like that. It needs to be like that for Haiti. You know, people need to advocate for Haiti. These Haitian churches in other countries. You know, these countries that scream Haiti forever or help Haiti. They only talk about it, but they never be about it. You know, so like I say, me going into Haiti, once I went there, I felt like it was my mission to always go back and to try to bring a change to it. You know, I'm gonna be one of those people that's part of that change. Lord's will, I'm gonna be one of those people. So Miss Marie is back. You're back?
Well,
Can you hear
yes,
us?
I'm back. Thank you.
Okay,
You
good,
did an
good, good,
awesome
good.
job.
I tried. I
You
don't
were
know nothing
doing good.
about
And
interviewing, but I tried. I tried.
you was doing good. I kept trying. I'm like, can you hear me? But you were talking, but you were doing an awesome job. And one of the things I encourage Miss Eunice to do is to open and start her own channel on YouTube, and I would definitely support her and continue to do work with her. One of the things I love and enjoy doing is working with other people who are returnees back into the country, because I do believe our compassion, our love for people, our understanding of how people should live, it is through us that we're going to see a major change in this country, okay? We just, in a way, because of how territorial Haiti is, it's like we have to build our own claim. We got to build our own claim. James Lewis says, I'm a Christian, but knowledgeable, not a dumb Christian. We have a great lack of education. When we go to a office, most of the people don't respect the line. They are always in a hurry. We would need a whole show to discuss that part. How
Yeah.
disrespectful many of our people are as far as when you are in a line. They always feel like they're the only ones that's in a hurry. They not only do that in the line, they do that in driving. That's all a credit to a lack of education. That is why I am always pushed. I do campaigns, and since I started Life in Haiti, number one thing I want to do is continue to put children in school. Okay, these specks of kids, we can have 1 in 20 neighborhoods which finish school so that they can continue to teach, and I encourage them to to learn. I'm gonna tell you all too, and I'm not gonna expose the school, but I'm gonna just tell you just how good the kids are. You know, the kids that we put in school, I try to work with them. I try to love on them. And yesterday, to make a long story short and be quick, I received a phone call from one of them, and they was like, "Mommy, um, can you come see me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but it won't be now because I've been busy." But they were calling to tell me that they were getting whooped in school, and I had told them that they shouldn't be happening. Simple things is, if we teach a child in the way, they shall go in that way. You have examples like myself, okay? You teach them and they go the opposite way. You think that they forget. But I'm going to tell you, parents, you will not lose your money. Continue to instill, press, suppress some things, iron it into your children. I don't care how much they go the other way in their youth, how much stupidity they bring to the door. But know that some things you teach them, they'll never forget. So we must teach. Moun an Haiti, se pou nou reme yon ak lot plis. E se pou nou respekte moun. Nou tout jounen ap pale de gouvernement, se pa selman gouvernement ki problem nan peyi ya. Se nou menm tou de jan nou agi. Se sel peyi mtande sou chef entre sou, n'importe jan palavor, n'importe jan fè salve.
Yeah.
This is the only country I hear that if you're a police officer, they're way above the law. They become the law at all times. Do what
They
they
just
want to do.
need no reason.
Officers should lead by example. Bad enough we know we have that problem all over the world. But in Haiti, it's like any little drop of a title, they just go overboard with it and lose respect for people with it, when it should not be like that. You know what, Eunice? What gets me is the fact that the many of these people travel. I remember growing up in Houston, Texas, right? When they go to the US, they do not behave this way. I thought Haitians were the most structured people on earth. But when they're in their own country, they're a completely different person. Completely different person. Mr. Shepherd, How much does it cost to send a child to school per year? You all, it can vary, okay?
It depends on where
Um,
you live, what school you choose for them.
because here I am. It can vary. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Are you able to hear me, my sister?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, okay. It can vary for how much Mr. Ricky and Evelyn Shepherd. Okay, okay. To send a kid to school will vary because it depends on the school, it depends on the grade. A lot of the times when we start off putting a kid in school, okay, one of the things we have to take into account is I have a lot of young kids, and those young kids, they a lot of times don't have the group we had last year. Of course, they do, and I know they haven't grown that fast. But children, most of the time, need books. They need uniform, and being the person that I am, definitely always go back, check on them. And as we get funds from the people who sponsor them, I always make sure that we give them food at least once every 90 days to make sure that they're eating, that they are okay.
Oops. Okay, y'all. She cut off again. Yeah, that's another thing. The internet sucks in Haiti. Like, it's terrible. Ou paye tout l'ajan sa ou toujou pa ka gen bon internet. Lot bon. Like, but yes, the schools depends on where you live and what school you want the child to go to, and of course, what grade. And you know what's crazy? If you're able to afford to send your child to school, let's say you weren't able to afford it until the age of 10. Ti moun sa commencé in pre-K. They could be 10 years old and they're going to be in kindergarten. That's just how the system is over there. So, okay, you're back.
I'm back. I'm back. I do apologize, you all, for my internet tonight. My internet is acting up. To the Ricky and Evelyn Shepherd, the Shepherd family, thank you all so very much. You've carried 10 people, 10 people. Thank you all so much. Oh, you've carried 60 people, the Ricky and Evelyn Shepherd family. Thank you all so very much, and may God bless you all. So my internet's acting up, so I'm sure you were speaking on something. So before we end the show, my sisters, if there's anything you'd like to say, please feel free to say it.
Um, I want, there was a comment, but I don't, I think it's too far up. Okay, but anyway, um, I'd like to say on behalf of you and me, we're not trying to, especially me, we're not trying to make Haiti as if everything is effed up because of the government, because of it's not our fault. It's our fault also. We really have to bring change to that country. If you only know what a dollar could bring to that country, $1, invest in Haiti. I can't stress that enough. Invest in Haiti. Because believe it or not, these other nations, these white people, these other nations, that's what they're coming to do. They're coming in to do it. You do it. Do it first. To where, hey, if you want to sell, it's your stuff to sell. It's your land to sell. It's your merchandise to sell. Invest in your country. Invest in it. That's one of the most important things we can do. If you're blessed, especially invest, double, triple your blessing. Invest in that country because we need it. Haiti needs it bad. That's one of the major things I want to put out there. Anybody who's looking, anybody who's gonna share this video, invest in that country. It got too much gold. And when I say gold, I'm not saying like physical gold. To me, it could be the
That's
land
right.
of milk and honey. Invest in that country, and I believe a change is gonna come for that place. It's all up to us to make it happen. Can you hear? Sister to sister say if they give you good internet. That is so true. They're gonna do anything to try to push you back. Anything positive, anything to where we're
That's right.
acknowledging our
Thank you.
history. They're gonna do
Yes, I
anything to
can hear you
push you
now.
back.
Thank you so much, my sister. I thank you.
Read the super chats questions. And another reason why some people are scared to invest in Haiti, they swear you
That's
can't
right,
get
you
by
all.
in Haiti
Schools in
without being
Haiti
crooked.
depends
You
on
don't
your
have to be
pocket. The
crooked.
richest people send their children to the best school.
They do because, but they have American schools in Haiti. Because I was thinking about when I was living there, I didn't know that I was gonna come to France, and I wanted my kids, so I was looking into schools in Pétionville and stuff like that, and they was like they speak English, they're gonna teach them. So of course money talks there, but and also make the money talk for a good reason. Don't let the money talk only for the rich. Help the poor too. So it's really like a dog eat dog world out there, and they need to change that mindset. E rezon sa, le ou moun jwen nou ba lot bon, yo pon pos go neg yo, paske yo pa habitue. Make it a habit for us to have good things. Make it a habit for everybody to have a refrigerator. Make it a habit for everybody to just have a bed. Simple stuff. E rezon le moun gen ba la kayo, yo propose konkou yo pi bon pase yo. E se pa kon sa ba yo supposed to ye. It's not supposed to be like that. Just make it a habit for us to have the simple things.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So they gotta change their mindset, just period.
That's right. Simple
Yeah.
things and stop being so condescending. I go into Caribbean market, simple things. That's right. Uh, you'd be surprised how the women in there walk around. And being raised from the States, I'm like, who married you, chick? But I guess in Haiti, a man need a woman that walks around like you. I know successful men, they will not deal with women like that. You don't know how to love people. Women were nurturers. Me personally, I will even hug a sick kid because you know what, it is us that exemplify love. I'm never too good to like, I don't it Haitians have a, I don't know if it's this French that it's a way like I'm just so much better than the rest of the population. So uh, I'm just gonna be like, did you talk to me? Did no, she just ask me a question? It's like, girl, get off yourself. Who are you? And who told you the sun rising just set for you today? Like, same God woke you up, woke everybody up. Stop feeling as if you're better than other people. Stop making people see, this is why we have to change the way we think. Because a lot of people in Haiti accept where they're at. You know why? Because they have put themselves, see, Se pou mwen te nan ling mwen, oui. Chemin sa pa pou mwen. They have placed themselves in a box, in a hopeless box, okay? Stop that, people. The diasporas, as you come into Haiti too, be mindful of how you treat our peoples, okay?
Yeah.
I know diasporas come into Haiti that are the nicest people. Yet I also know some that come into Haiti, they're too bougie, okay? White people we speaking about that we want them out of our country, for the most part, they're the most compassionate people. They display and exemplify compassion. They will stop and talk to anybody. They'll even hug them. Whereas our people, not just hug like it's just a big thing, but they know how to live with people. Okay, they're not just thinking they're better than people. They don't think they're even better than the little kids on the side. Let's stop thinking that, because the minute we can stop thinking that way, you all, that is the minute people can start being open to learning something different, because people aren't going to want to learn nothing.
Oh man, this the internet will just kill the vibe. It really will. So many Haitian women. Yeah, that is so hurtful. People that bleach their skin, like, and I'm gonna be honest with you. It kind of gives you that mindset once you're there, because I was there and they were like, you getting black. And I'm like, but I'm black. What you mean I'm getting black? That's what the sun is gonna darken me up, but they give you that mindset. If you black, you whack type stuff. And we y'all, if they only knew, if people only knew, we are a chosen people, a chosen nation. And God really wants us to see that. He's like, I'm gonna help y'all, but y'all need to help yourself too. Yeah, people don't want to understand it. People refuse to believe what's going on with us was already written before our time, before we even knew about it. And they just gotta understand it.
Hmm.
So we gotta make a change, like Michael Jackson said.
My sister Adrian, you've carried 50 people. 50 people. Thank you, sis. You've carried 50 people. Thank you so, so very much. You all, the internet is acting up pretty bad tonight. Eunice, I want to thank you, my sister, for coming on and actually spending time with me, and actually loving on life in Haiti, loving on the people. Know you are welcome on my stage at any time to have some very good conversations. Black women, black girls, I want you all to learn to love yourself, okay? Love
Mm-hmm.
yourself no matter what your color is, your size. You are beautiful. Tell yourself that you are beautiful, and let nobody else tell you different. Bam di lan Creole pou moun mwen yo ka kompran. Nou tout ti moun, mesdames yo ki an Haiti, même que au noir, même que au gros, même que au petit, même que cheveux au pas long, même que cheveux au court, nous toutes belles, pas quitter aucun autre monde, di ou un bagay qui différent de tête tout, remettez tout, parce que bon Dieu fait un seul ou même, ça veut dire pas gen l'autre monde qui belle tant que, pas gen l'autre monde. There's nobody else like you, you all. So love yourself. Be you, because everyone else is taken. Okay. So I love you all so, so much. I thank you all. And I want to tell you, be thankful. As I watch the news all over, it is not just Haiti that's being ravaged by foolishness, by things which makes you stop to think, what is life really worth when it can be taken that quick? Be thankful, you are, on a daily for the life that you have. Love on everybody, your siblings, friends, even that neighbor you may never speak to. In the morning, stop by, say hello if you see them. Because life is too short, you all, for us to take advantage of it. People may forget what you gave them because you can give in a way that's like her, but people will never forget the way you made them feel. Never forget that. From the teachers who embraced me from the day I left Haiti and was patient with me into learning English, to teaching me, to friends and family, to today, I have never forgotten those that took the time to be patient, to teach me certain things. They left an impression on my heart. And that is why today I am able to spread that love to others, because somebody gave me that love. They expressed it to me. So, you all, let's not take life for granted. Tell somebody you love them. I mean that. Yeah, your husband, you may be mad at him, but get it off. Tell that person you love them, okay? Let's not work just solely on division now. Let's accept each other. Let's help each other to grow and be better, and continue, you all, to be thankful on a daily. Keep Haiti lifted up in prayers, you all. That as je nous dis, pendant qu'on traverse ces moments ça dans le pays, ça, que bon Dieu est avec nous chaque jour, que tout ça qui passe dans le pays, que gen un bagay, bon Dieu a fait. I genuinely believe for us to find peace, war must take place. And we know in the process of war, many people will be victimized. So I just want to thank you all so very much. Thank you, my sister Eunice. You all have a blessed day. Oh, sis, you, Marie, your hair looking nice. Your hairstylist. My hairstylist is my little sister Evna. One of the projects that I will be introducing to you all will be one of the projects which was done by a viewer for her. So she is my beautician. She's awesome at braiding. So if any of you are coming into Haiti, definitely I do plan on introducing that to you all at the right time. But she's the only one that does my hair. So I thank you all so very much. Y'all be good. Please like, share, definitely subscribe to Life in Haiti. My sister, you have a blessed night, okay?
You too. You have a good night. It's 2:20 here, so we're gonna go to sleep. I'm sleepy now, but I had to come talk to you guys. So
You have a blessed night.
anything for Haiti. If I can do it, Lord, give me the strength to do it. I'm doing it.
You have a blessed one.
You too. You have a good one. Bye, y'all.
All right. You have a good night of sleep. That's right. We enjoyed you as always. That's right. We enjoyed you, sis. You have a blessed night.